Well, this is Lawrence D. Adams. This is when spirituality and the game combines. You have the thinking class, and we are live right now. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat room. Today, we're talking about what can man learn from a good woman? Whoa, 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 whoa. And then, the preference is, are there any good women? Oh, boy, that's the big argument that we see a lot on these Facebook streets and YouTube streets, Instagram streets. Are there really any good women? And what can men really learn from a good woman? What can a man really learn from a good woman? It's interesting, as we talked about Monique yesterday and her fiasco that she had yesterday when she had in Detroit. And it makes me wonder, do we focus always on the bad behavior of the opposite sex? Do we always celebrate the downfall of what takes place with the opposite sex when they have bad behavior, when they do something that's crazy, like with Will Smith smacking Chris Rock, or the young man who jumped up and tried to smack Dave, tried to come after Dave Chappelle? Do we have a proclivity? Do we have an inkling that we want to hear the bad news to confirm what the opposite sex is doing? What's going on, Wade? That we want to hear so much about what the opposite sex is doing and say, I told you they ain't no good. I told you I don't want to deal with those women. I told you I want to deal with those men. And I think we have such a ingrained teaching, and social media has so ingrained us to be at odds with each other. So what can men really learn from good women? Now, we know what we can learn from bad women. We've seen that with Monique and her behavior. We've seen that with Amber Heard and her behavior with Johnny Depp. We've seen that with so many women having bad behavior in social media, in every arena. But what can we learn from a good woman? Where are the good women hiding at? Where are they located at? Where are the good women at? Where are they at? Where are the good women at? And I think what happens is the good women get overshadowed by what's going on, William. They get overshadowed by the bad behavior of bad women. What's going on? What's going on, champ? Let me say that again. The good women get overshadowed by what? The bad behavior of a lot of women. So a lot of men say, forget this. I ain't dealing with none of y'all because y'all all crazy. So we don't want to deal with that. So what happened is there's a lot of good women out there, but they get overshadowed by the bad behavior of what? Bad women. And what they do and what they say, how they do in social media, what this movie star is doing, what this music person is doing, what Carly B doing, what Megan Thee Stallion doing. So a lot of men is like, I know I don't want that type of woman. I don't want to deal with that type of woman. I don't want her in my sight. So what they do is they go and create this whole narrative in their mind and around them what? And they classify all women in this place and generalize them. What's going on, Sharice? They put them in the same bag and say all women are this way. Women do the same thing. All men are this way. And what happens is we end up cheating and overlooking the good women. Are there any good women left, as they would say, in this United States or even abroad? Because a lot of men, let's be very honest, y'all may not want to hear it, but it's the truth. A lot of men say, forget this, I'm going out the country. I don't want to deal with the bad behavior. I don't want to deal with the attitude. I don't want to deal with the woman who say I'm Miss Independent. I don't want to deal with the woman who thinks she's a boss chick, boss babe. They don't want to deal with it. So when they do run into a good woman, what are the things that the men learn from a good woman? What are the things that they digest and say, you know what? And see, this is the thing too. When women start figuring out that men are leaving the country or going to deal with other women, the first thing they're going to do is shame the women and shame the men. Or you going out of the country to what? Go trick. You're going to give that woman your money. And so what happens is It's a shaming tactic so that you can come back and deal with their bad behavior. And I'm here to tell you, I'm here to tell you the truth. A lot of men, they're tired. They don't want to deal with it. They're fed up. They don't even want to smell the inkling of a bad behavior from a woman. But what can they learn from the good behavior? What can they learn from good women? Are there any good women here in it's still left? And my answer to that is yes. There are some good women out here. Thing of it is, you may not recognize them right off bat. They may not be in your state. They might be in another country. But there are good women here. And what can men learn from good women? The first thing that you can learn from a good woman, please don't get caught up in what everybody else is saying. The first thing that you can learn from a good woman is what you can learn to do is appreciate that woman. So many women who are good do not get the appreciation that they should get or deserve. First thing a man can learn to do is appreciate that good woman. It doesn't have to be money, gifts, cards, and all like that. I don't care. Don't let them fool you into that. But learn how to appreciate that good woman. Just learn how to appreciate that good woman. I ain't talking about cupcake tour, kissing her toes and doing all. I'm saying just appreciate that good woman. Appreciation goes a long way. When you can just appreciate that good woman for who she is. And I think a lot of guys, I think a lot of times, when I'm guilty, we don't appreciate what we have or the good woman that's in our life or women that may have been in our lives. We don't appreciate them because we go on to the next. But learn to appreciate that good woman. That's the first thing a man can learn to do is appreciate that good woman. She what's going on, Aretha? She can learn, biggest thing a man can do is appreciate that good woman. Now, let me say this now. When I'm saying this now, I don't want these women to come in here getting a big head. You know, all y'all, I'm going to say it because it's the truth. Y'all know that, every woman, so don't come in here talking about all the women are good. I know all the women you know are not good. When the ones in my circle are good, no, they're not. That's the sisterhood talking. Because if all the women you know are good, and I don't deal with any woman who don't, why you don't deal with some of the women that are in your circle? So let's keep it 100. I know that women don't get along with certain other women. Just keep it 1,000. You know you don't get along with certain other women. I don't know why she do that. Who she thinks she is? She's made up like SpongeBob. You all there. Don't even try that. So you want us men to believe that all women are good, and we know that's not the truth. And we know in your circle that I don't deal with any woman that's not good. Stop lying. What's going on, Joe Blas? Come on, don't come in here with that sugar honey iced tea. We know men pretending to protect the sisterhood. We know that a lot of women are not good, but we also know within that there are some good women. And the first thing a man must do is do what? Appreciate that woman. Appreciate that woman. Appreciate that woman. Appreciation goes a long way. When you appreciate something, it means you see the value of it. And what happens is, a reason why we don't see a lot of appreciation, ladies, why you don't see a lot of appreciation, because a lot of men don't see a lot of what? Value. Let me say that again. When I say when you appreciate something, that means you see the value of it. And the reason why you don't see a lot of appreciation, because we don't see the value that we want as men, not the value you think we want. Let me get that clear. We don't see the value that we want. See, it's interesting that sometimes a lot of women want to give you what? Their value, what you think you should eat or what you think you should have. No, if I said I want Chinese food and I want An Fu Young, that's what I want. Don't give me fried chicken when I didn't ask for it. But I like fried chicken, so you should like fried chicken. No, give me exactly what I want, and I'll appreciate that. So a lot of times what happens is, a lot of times in women's mind, they think, well, I'm going to give him what I know I want because he better like it because I like it. No, we are not going to appreciate that, and it's a form of disrespect to us. It's a form of disrespect. So the first thing is appreciate. We appreciate the value that we appreciate. The value that we appreciate, not your mama, not your cousin, not anybody else, what we appreciate. It's a good point, Sharice. There are so many men that haven't had a good experience with good women. That's why they can't come across one. They don't know what. They don't know what to do or with her because they're used to being attitude and drama. That's a good point. Right. Yeah, I don't eat eggs. Don't give me no eggs. I ain't about to eat them. So let me say this. Can't talk. So they don't appreciate. So we got to appreciate a good woman. And like you said, Sharice, a lot of men have not dealt with a good woman. So when she shows up, she's almost like a unicorn. And you thinking, you think she's a unicorn. So you've been used to dealing with women who treat you bad, who dog you out, got drama, got problems, baby daddy problems, this and that. You taking your money, then giving you money, then telling you got to get out, you got to come in. They don't know. A lot of men don't even know how to deal with a good woman because they never had a good woman. They never had a good woman. Good point. They never had a good woman. And so what happened, because they never had a good woman, they don't know how to appreciate a good woman. The next thing is what a man can learn from a good woman. He can learn from a good woman how to always make sure, and this sounds redundant, but I'm gonna say it again. We learn from a good woman. She's always looking for you on some level to lead her. She's always looking on some level for you to what? Lead her. You can learn from a good woman because a good woman has said, baby, what we gonna do next? Where are we going next? What's the next direction where we're going? She has no problem submitting, following directions, following your lead. She's always looking for you to say, hey, what do you want to go eat at? She's always looking for you to step into a good lead. A good woman knows what man can learn from a good woman is what? She's waiting for you to step into your leadership. I know it sounds redundant. You may have heard it before 1,000 times saying to me, Mix. I'm telling you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, it is. It's because of survival. Nothing personal. Right. She's looking. A good woman knows. You can learn from a good woman. She values. Let me put it this way. Twist it another way. She values your what? Your leadership. She values where you're going, what you're going to do. If she does not value your leadership, she does not value where you're going, she may not be a good woman for you. A good woman for Joe Blas and a good woman for another person can be completely different. So don't compare my good woman to your good woman. But there's some fundamental things that you need to look at and say, wait a minute. A good man can learn from a good woman if she values your leadership. That means you, man, must be in some kind of level of leadership. You must be in some kind of level of leadership in order for her to value that. The next thing a man can learn from a good woman, and y'all may not like it, And no, it's going to be tough because I know a lot of my YouTubing brethren don't like this. What you can learn from a good woman? A good woman knows how to turn a house into a home. She knows how to create an atmosphere where you are celebrated and honored, and she is celebrated and honored. So you can learn from a good woman from there. When she knows how to create an atmosphere that when you walk in, you think you're the king of Zamunda. You thought you were part of Wakanda for life. Why? Because she knows how to create the atmosphere. She had the right candles. She has the curtains the right way. She has the right music going. She knows how to create the atmosphere where you can have the maximum result to be the best man that you can be. Now, it's very, very clear. There are some women out here who create terrible atmospheres for men. All he come home, he ready to leave. So a good woman, what a man can learn from a good woman is she knows how to create an atmosphere. She turns a house into a home. She creates an atmosphere where a man can flourish, where he can actually thrive. When a man can learn from a good woman, she knows how to create an atmosphere where he can stand up on his 10 toes and probably say, yes, I am the king of Zamunda. I am the king of Wakanda. Wakanda for life. He can stand up on 10 toes and say that because he can learn from her. She knows how to create. Now we're going to go with something that John always says. This is the next thing what a man can learn from a good woman. A good woman knows how to multiply what she gets from her man. A good woman knows how to multiply what she gets from her man. She can take a piece of water, cornbread, and chicken, but she knows how to multiply. Some of the women that you're dealing with are not good women. You just there because it's a good body and she's warm, but she doesn't multiply the good in your life. A good woman multiplies what's in your life. She multiplies. I've been around a couple women that had like, damn, I got to get away with this problem. Right. A good woman, what's going on, Fear Soul? A good woman, she knows how to multiply the good that's in your life. See, you have an idea that you want to bake cookies and she make up, well, let me do the recipes for you. Let me go out and do the sales for you. Let me go do this for you. She knows how to take what you have and put some stank on it and make it a top winner. And on top of that, she ain't looking for nothing in return. She's like, I'm just there. She knows how to multiply the good in your life. Careful though, because she also can multiply your bad. But a good woman, what a man can learn from a good woman, she knows how to multiply. See, a lot of times, a lot of men cannot identify a good woman, because the point was made in the chat room, is because they've never been with a good woman. So a good woman knows how to multiply the good. She's down with you. I got you. She hears peace. She's give him a piece, and she gives him some of the piece of the drink and the eat. But a good woman knows how to multiply what you have. Joe Blast is in the chat in the weight room. She's multiplying. Hey, I got your shirts washed for you, and I got your gym trunks ready, and your socks ready, and I already packed your bag for you when you go to the gym. She's multiplying his efforts and where he's doing and where he's going. See, it's so easy to talk about and down what the women are not doing, but the good woman knows how to multiply. See, the good woman knows that you're in a particular business, and how can I be what? What's going on, Shantia? How can I assist you? Can I be a service to you? When a man can learn is, he can learn that a good woman multiplies what's in his life. She is ready to take it to 10,000. She's down with you like 2 flat tires or 4 flat tires, but she knows that you're going to get some fix a flat and get in and get the tires fixed. She's down with you. She multiplies what you have. What can a man learn from a good woman? He can learn that a woman has the ability to multiply. It is innate her nature to multiply. You give her a seed, she's coming out with a baby. You give her flour, rice, you give her flour, eggs, water, and whatever, you're coming out with bread. You take her to the grocery store, buy some groceries, she's coming out with 10 meals for the next 10 days. Why? Because she's a multiplier. You give her grief, you give her drama, she's going to come back with grief and drama for you. You give her going up inside her head, she's coming back and she's going to say, you're going to get some going up inside your head too. You ain't get none of this. You got to understand that a woman by nature is a multiplier. So we need to appreciate the woman. The next thing a man can learn from a good woman. Get the likes up, everybody. I'm gonna cut it off. Get the likes up, get the likes up, get the likes up. I'm gonna cut it. What he can learn from salute, what's going on, John the W? So what we can learn from a good woman. What can a man learn from a good woman? What he can learn from a good woman? Never take what he can learn from a good woman. And this gonna be hard for some of you red pillions and YouTubians. Never take that good woman's presence lightly. Trust me, because I know trust me, I treat that the men of the prize. But don't take the woman's presence in your life lightly. There have been many good women. Let's be very honest. I can be honest. I'm at the place, I don't care what anybody thinks. There'll be many good women that I have dealt with. And I say, God dog it. I had a good girl. Made me think of Angela Winbush. I had a good girl, and now she's gone. I had some good women in my life. And I think about it, it's like, God dog, I didn't realize what I had until they were gone. I had some good women. I mean, some good women. They were down. Whatever you do in LDA, this is what you add. Blah, 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 blah. And I didn't take in their presence. I took it for granted. Thank you. Because I thought, hey, you'll be here. And I didn't honor it. From what did I learn from a good woman? Don't take her presence in your life for granted. See, red pill and all them, all right, man, she ain't going. See, it's easy to talk about the negativity of a woman or women, but what about the good woman? What can a man? Don't take her presence for granted. Don't take her time in your life for granted. Don't take the time that she's poured into you. See, that's the thing. We got this whole ego thing based, which men need to have egos. But the same token, don't take the presence of her poured into you when no one else was there. When your mama didn't want to talk to you, when your cousin didn't want to talk to you, she was there. Don't take her presence lightly. Don't take her being in your life lightly. I'm telling you, don't take her presence. I promise, when I look at the canvas of my life, I'm like, wow, dog, that was a good woman. God, dog, she fed me. She took care of me. She did this. And now she's gone. Not saying that I wasn't right or wrong in the situation, but she was a good woman. Don't take the presence of a good woman lightly. The next thing that is so important, what man can learn from a good woman, what he can learn from a good woman. What can a man really learn from a good woman? he can learn from a good woman. And y'all need to pay attention because it's a play on words. That not every woman is a good woman for him. Let me pay attention. Yes, I believe the man is the prize. Y'all can refute it all you want to. I don't care. Men are the prize. But at the same thing, a man can recognize that a woman, that a good woman, is not easily came by. You can't just find a good woman. And once you realize that, you can look through the catalog, all up, oh, there's a good woman. You realize that a good woman is not it's something that you should value, you appreciate, you honor, you listen, you pay attention. But a good woman is so, how can I say it? A good woman in a man's life can actually, whether we want to admit it or not, can actually change his life. Let me say that a good woman, what a man can learn from a good woman, that she has the power to change his life. Not change it into something that she wants, but change it in the sense of what he already is, the better version of himself. Let me give you an example. It's a story that was told in a book that I read by a particular individual. Said, couple goes up into the gas station and he goes there and says, "Sit, you got a very nice car." He's in the public eye. He's a politician. While they go in there, she noticed one of her old boyfriends. And he knew him. He said, "Oh, there go Jerry. Look, he work at this gas station." So Jerry comes over and pumps the gas in the car. Her husband tips him and gives him money for the gas. And they drive off. He said, ain't you glad that you married me and you didn't marry Jerry? And this is her words. Her words was this: if I would have married Jerry, he would have been the politician. If I would have married Jerry, he would have been the politician. See, the woman has the ability to not only multiply what you have, but she also has the ability to go in rooms and places to bring about changes that you can't do by yourself as a man. I don't know why we think us men, we think we're invincible, that we can do it all by yourself. That's why I did the whole thing on networking. She has the ability to bring about a change in a man and the potentiality that's there and to bring it out. And what man doesn't want that? So what a man can learn from a good woman, that she has the ability to bring about the change, the right change. Thank you. She has the ability to bring about the right change. See, the problem is you've been dealing with a whole bunch of scallywag, scrub women of hood women, or women that are out to get you, and you don't know that a good woman, she's there to bring about the change in you, to make you to be the best. Remember this. She is the reflection of you. So if you are good, she good. She's just a reflector of who you are. She has the ability to bring about the change that you maybe could not do in your strength, or where you're in your space. There's certain things that a woman can do, and y'all need to hear these men, certain things that a woman can do that a man can never ever do. She has the ability to bring about the change. So we always talk about the negativity of women, but we never talk about the good woman and what she can do. What can we learn from her? What we can also learn from her, and we got to say it, we can learn from a good woman. We can learn from a good woman. Thank you, good point. What men can learn from a good woman Uh-oh, good point. You don't call your buddies when you're sick and give you a rub down. What also what men can learn from a good woman? A good woman, and y'all need to hear this. She becomes your yeah, she becomes your, and I just said it before, she becomes your representation. She becomes your representative. So if you're running a business, she becomes your representative to the world of who you are. See, a good woman becomes your spokesman. She speaks to the public while you doing what you need to do. A good woman becomes the spokesman to your friends, to your family, to everything around you. A good woman becomes a spokesman for you. Appreciate that. A good woman becomes your what? Your spokesman for you. She don't even have to say a word to speak, but she becomes your what? Spokesman. She speaks on behalf of you. I know, man, forget that. I'm a man. I can do this. Ain't nobody gonna tell me gonna speak for me. Ain't gonna buy. She becomes your spokesman. When you step out on the scene with her, she's speaking for you. She becomes a spokesman of what kind of man that you really are. See, a lot of men be fronting and jiving and job talking. I'm all that. I'm this and that. But the woman they have look raggedy. Raggedy. Tore up from the floor, dress got a split in it, lint on it. She got a piece of string going out. Her breath stink, wig crooked. She becomes your what? Spokesman. Brothers, y'all got to get this. That's why, shout out to Kevin Samuels, in certain spaces, men would get a particular woman to escort him to different events because she represents him. Y'all got to understand. A good woman is she's a spokesman for you. She becomes a spokesman for you. I promise you. I'm telling you. She should be an extension of you when you're away. What would he do? Correct. A good woman becomes a spokesman. I promise you. You ever see the spokesman? Yeah, we got this new product and it's real good. She becomes a spokesman on how she dress, how her hair looks, how she walks, how she talks. She is a spokesman for you. And many of you guys, because you've been on this red pill, yellow pill, green pill, pink pill, yellow pill, just a pill, send the G, this one, that, pimp game, no pimp game, whatever, and you have no spokesman for you. Where is your good woman that is your spokesman? Where's your spokesman? Where's the woman or the women? You may want women. Where's your woman that say, oh, I represent LDA all the way? She a good woman, and I'm gonna say it because I see it in here. She defends your name even if it causes you are doing some shameful things. A good woman. A good woman becomes your spokesman. She is now much as men don't want to say this, she becomes your what? She becomes your shield to protect your name. See, all this game people be talking about, I'm down like 10 toes. I'm about that life, you know. I'm doing this. I got women over here, and I got women over there, and I'm just pimping, and I'm just dipping, and I'm just doing all this jive turkey stuff. You can talk all you want, but it ain't got nobody. You got no representation of who you are. I ain't saying that you need to post it on Facebook and post it on YouTube. You need to create a whole thing with you and the girl together. Hey, we together. No, I'm just saying, where's the woman that represents you? She speaks for you. It's something. I'm gonna say this, and I can say it very clearly. It's something coming to an event, and you allow her to go in first. You go in first, baby. and she walks in and everybody go like this. And then you walk in behind her. Guess what happened? Guess what happened? That must be his woman. Yeah. What? Yeah, that's his woman right there. Oh my God. Ooh, what? You don't have to say a word. She done spoke for you. She becomes a representation. Thank you. Does she add value to you, or do she decrease your value? A good woman, what a man from learn from a good woman, she becomes his spokesman. Y'all, many of y'all ain't had no good women. That's why y'all quiet. Telling you, y'all gotta recognize when a good woman shows up in your life. We can talk about the raggedy, dusty ones all we want, all we want. But the reality of it is, a good woman, she becomes your spokesman. When you think of with Muhammad Ali and the wife, the last wife he had, he was many years older than her. Many years older than her. But she took his legacy. She took his books. She took what he was doing because he was a giver. And she encapsulated it. She got the books together. She made sure his image was together. She made sure that he got a certain events. She become what? What? She became the good woman unto his death. Muhammad Ali's wife, his last wife. She got the children together. She had to deal with the ex-wives. She made sure the money was good. A good woman. You think about Muhammad Ali's last wife. She was many years younger than him. Matter of fact, if the truth be told, there's a picture of Muhammad Ali with her right next to her, and she's a child. That's how many years older than he is, than her. But it didn't matter. She knew her position, and she became, thank you, William, and like Mike, she became a what? She became a shield for him against adversity. A good woman, she became the spokesman for Muhammad Ali. A good woman. See, y'all don't know a good woman. That's why you're not getting a good woman. Get women. She becomes such an asset to you that you don't want to deal with any more liabilities. She becomes such an asset to you that you don't want to deal with any liabilities. A good woman. The Muhammad Ali's wife, not saying that she was perfect, but she made sure nobody did anything to damage or come after the brand called Muhammad Ali. And the same thing you should be looking for in a good woman. Does she protect your brand of who you are, whatever your name is? The next thing, and I seen it in there, a good woman makes sure. I know y'all ain't gonna like this, brother, but it is what it is. A good woman, what you should be doing on anyway, taking care of yourself mentally and health-wise, she makes sure that you are in the top health and in the right position to maintain the lifestyle. Your health is your wealth. A good woman is making sure, baby, I want fried chicken right now. No, you might want to get a salad and do this. You should be doing that anyway, but she's there to substantiate or to keep it in place that you are, she's saying that I want you to continue to be good. I need you to still be my leader. I need you to make sure that you're good. A good woman makes sure that your health, that you're eating. She makes that she is the dietitian in your house. I know some men cook. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. Don't come over here. But I don't cook. My wife enough. No, she makes sure that you are good. She makes sure that that you in a good mental space. She ain't trying to. You ain't gonna like this. Insert Jada Pinkett and Will Smith. Okay. She makes sure that she's not gonna get in an argument in front of a big event to make you look like a fool. Good woman. And y'all ain't gonna like this. Some women ain't gonna like this, but it's the truth. A good woman knows. Who y'all let me know. Let me put a number 1 in the chat room. Y'all ready for this one? Put a number 1 in the chat room for this one. Because I know y'all I know it's gonna stir up some stuff. LDA, you sound a little misogynist. But this is so true, and the women can attest to what I'm about to say. Put a one in the chat room for this one. A good woman knows. I know a lot of women ain't gonna like it. There we go. I know a lot of good women ain't gonna. I know a lot of women ain't gonna like this one, because I know they ain't gonna like this one. Woo, that's good right there. A good woman knows when to be quiet. Let me say that again. Let me say it real slow. A good woman knows how to be quiet. She knows when to let it go. What men can learn from a good woman, she knows how to shut up. Silencio, carete, wherever you want to say it. Don't let this become the case. My girl controls my life, right? She knows. Like, She may have some words for you, but a good woman, what a man can learn from a good woman knows how to go, okay, baby. All right. That's hard for a lot of women to back it on down. But a good woman, like, oh, okay. Really? Okay. A good woman knows when to be quiet. Then a good woman knows what a man can learn from a good woman. She knows how to bring the subject matter up at just the right time, and not in the bedroom either. Or not right after you have fun in the bedroom, but she knows how to bring it up at just a strategic time where you both can deal with it in a non-emotional way and get it resolved. But a good woman, she knows when to be quiet. You watch any good woman that's out there, and then the man is speaking or whatever, she knows how to play her position. Yeah, you're right. She makes, not that she does not have a voice, not that she doesn't have an opinion, not that she doesn't have any grievances. That's not it. She knows that she'll have the opportunity to talk to him at the right time. And it would not go unwarranted. It would not go unnoticed. But a good woman, she knows when to be quiet. She knows when to quiet. A pleasing environment is called serenity. A displeasing is called chaos, right? A good woman knows how to do that. I know we're in a day and age where we got people running at the mouth. They got more to say. They're going off. But a good woman, she knows when to be quiet. So the next part of that, if she knows how to be quiet, she knows when to speak. I didn't say when she catch what I said, because y'all think I'm being misogynist. I didn't say. She knows when to speak and say what she means and say exactly what she's saying. A good woman, what a man can learn from a good woman, he knows when to say something. And when she said it, it has such weight and gravity that everyone around her knows that she means it. I'm telling you, you got to recognize, yeah, a bad woman brings chaos. But a good woman, I'm gonna tell you, because you said the chaos. A good woman knows how to pull the storm and shut it down. A good woman can see an argument ensuing, and she knows how to go she knows how to go in the midst of the storm that can be a potential argument, grab it by its horns, and pull it down so that there can be serenity inside of the house or inside a relationship, and do what? Calm the storm. If you watch a good woman, be honest with you, you'll be honest. You know, a good woman knows just what to say to a man to make him be like, oh, okay, cool, all right. Not that he kowtowing or not being me and a man, but he's like, all right, cool, all right, cool. She don't have to call his mama. Shout out, thank you, Cerise, right there. Appreciate that super chat. A good woman knows how to go in the midst of the storm. And this, she goes in, she almost go in like Wonder Twin power. I can only think of. She knows how to go into the storm and let me say something else about a good woman, because I see this. Because y'all may not recognize it, but let me explain it. A good woman, because I talk about, I'm making all reference to what she is, what a man can learn from a good woman knows how to take care of herself. Let me say that again. A good woman knows how to take, what's going on, Trav? A good woman knows how to take care of herself. She is not needy, and I need you where you are. I can't, and she's not. Are you dealing with that? A good woman knows how to take care of herself. She is not a what? A burdensome. She's not a burden on you. A good woman, when a man learns from a good woman, she knows how to take. Now, this the part that's sort of tricky. Because we think because a woman takes care of herself that she doesn't need a man. That's not what I'm saying. See, that's the extremities, and that's the feminist movement that I don't need no man. I can do it by myself. I got this. No, a woman knows how to take care of herself, but she knows that it's very valuable to her to have a man in her life and to value that man in her life. She knows how to take care of her own. No man, I don't care what you say, wants to deal with a woman is always like this. What you gonna give me? 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 A good woman knows how to take care of herself emotionally, spiritually, financially. She knows how to take care of herself. So what man can learn from a good woman? She knows how to what? Take care of herself. She knows how to honor who she is. She knows that she understands the whole premise of independence, but she really values the premise or understands the concept of being interdependent. See, that's where we miss this whole feminist. The feminists had part of it right, but they lacked the other part. Yes, the woman needs to take care of her own self, but she needs to also realize that the real goal is for you to be interdependent with your man. And what men can learn from that is say, I like that.
Execute Order 66.
So what they did was they gave women the half truth. I don't need no man. I'm independent.
Execute Order 66.
I can do this all by myself. They'll start all that. But the reality of it is, in the heart of a good woman, she knows that she values and takes in. She realized that her real power is really exhibited when what? She's with that man. Ask all these independent women late at night when they with the rose and when they with their toys, when they got their dogs coughing, dogs. It's funny, their dogs become their new kids. That they really want is companionship. What they really want is a man in their life. But what men can learn from a good woman, she knows how to take care of herself. Ain't nothing worse than seeing a raggedy trash woman. Like Voltron, you combine and separate when necessary, like that example. So yeah, so this some things that a man can learn Don't forget the wine. All right. So yeah, so I want you to learn, I want you to really get this, because we always talk about the damaging things, the things about what women. He said the dog. Yeah, that's right. They got their wine, they got their dog, they got their rose. Somebody put some roses in the chat room. Y'all know, if you know what roses I'm talking about, put it in the chat room. Put a rose in the chat room. Y'all know it. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Put a rose in the chat room for all the ladies, single ladies who say, I don't need a man, I'm independent. I got this.
Execute Order 66.
I got this. I don't need nobody. I'm all by myself. They rough and tough and all that. Oh, so y'all know what y'all know what a rose is. Put the rose in the chat room. You know what the rose is. Ding bong. You know what the rose. I don't tolerate takers and users. It's a good woman. Yeah, to the rose. He put a rose. Ray put a rose. They got their roses. But guess what? At the end of the day, because they don't know how to be interdependent, guess what happens? They miss out on the most valuable thing in their life, and that's having somebody in their life. Rose becomes because they got neglected. Shaking my head, right? So if the rose became your friend, sisters, I know I said I ain't trying to bash women. I'm just saying what men can learn from a good woman. Now let me flip it, because y'all gonna maybe go to LDA after dark. Y'all want me to go to LDA after dark? Put a rose in the chat room. You want me to go to LDA after dark? Put some more roses in the chat room. LDA after dark. LDA after dark. You want me to go to LDA after dark? I'm gonna say something. If the ladies would pay, a good woman would pay attention to what I'm about to say. I need to see some more roses in the chat room. They got the roses in the chat room. They want the pimping to go give this pimping. They want me to put the roses. They got the roses. They got the roses in the chat room. Let me put look at all these roses in the chat room. Let me start from the top. Roses, roses. All the roses. They better give me a sponsorship for all the stuff I'm talking about. A good rose. The roses in the chat room. Woo, roses. There you go. Roses. Look at all these roses in the chat room. Okay. So this the realism. Let me give it this. If she was a good woman, can have the rose, LDA of the dot. Well, what she should be doing is having her man use the rose on her. Have her man use the rose on her. Why be alone with your dog coughing? You got a rose. You got the rose, but you're all by yourself. What if your man used the rose on you? Yeah, I see. There's a video on WhatsApp where women said that the rose release ETMS in their body and was damaged their eggs, and they can't have children anymore. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just talking, as they would say. This is my observation. What a man can learn from a good woman. She knows how to be interdependent. She knows how to learn. The last thing I want to say about a good woman, what a man can learn from a good woman. She may be a good woman, but she may not be a good woman for you. So what a man realizes to learn from a good woman, she knows how to adapt to what's good for him. And what I mean is, she's not trying to run game on you. What I am saying is that a good woman knows how to get with your program. Good woman sees that you have a program, down with it. She's not fighting. She's not struggling. I gave the example many times of this guy who was living in a studio, and he wanted to be a guitar player. He played a guitar, and he played in a band, local band at the bar. And people couldn't figure out how did he have this beautiful hot chick. The reason why he had that beautiful hot chick, she believed in him, and she was down in his program. She was at all the shows. She knew that this is his life purpose, that the purpose was bigger than her, but she was down with his program. A good woman, what a man can learn from a good woman, that she can be down with his program, and it doesn't take away from what she is and what she's doing. Her program said, be like John the W said, be like Voltron and activate, okay? And connect. Not competition, but connect. So a good woman knows how to come. She knows how to come together and be down for his purpose and what he's doing. Many men, I want to say this, don't get caught on these YouTube streets, on these Instagram streets, getting hung up that there ain't no good women. There are some good women, but you got to become a good man. Next, you got to be able to learn to recognize a good woman. Let me say this. You got to know to recognize a good woman for you, because that's what the problem is. What's good for me may not be good for you. So you need to recognize where there's a good woman for you. Not for me, not for any other YouTube person, personalities, people on the streets, whatever the case may be. Find the good woman for you. What a man can learn is how to write down. Let me give you some good instructions right quick, and I'm going to end. You need to write down, what are you really looking for? What is a good woman for you? If you know, like I know I don't want no eggs. I don't even have eggs in my house. A good woman should automatically know, don't bring no eggs in his house. He ain't going to eat them. Don't cook no scrambled eggs in his house because it's going to make him sick. So you got to write, you got to know what you really want. The reason why you don't recognize a good woman for you or good treatment, and that's the other thing. Let me say that again. Let me say this too. A lot of men have never been treated well by good women, by a woman. If I can do a survey right quick, I wish I can pop it up in here. How many men had ever been treated well? Been treated well by a good woman? How many men have been really treated well by a woman? That's a real question right there. How many men have really been treated well by a woman? I'm trying to look for it in here, but I can't see it. Trying to locate it, but I can't do it. But how many men have really been treated well by a woman? That's a good question, because I really believe a lot of men have not been treated well by women. I guess get the likes up. I see we got 20 likes. Let's get it up. But how many men have been really treated well by women? I'm trying to look for something because I see that I didn't. Okay. How many men have been really treated well by women? That's a question we need to really look at. With that being said, I'm looking for something and I don't see it and I don't know how to do it, but there's a way to do it and I will figure it out by tomorrow. So with that being said, this is Lawrence D. Adams. Join me tomorrow, Thursday. Friday will be a short show because I got to go get a procedure done. So there will probably be a short show on Friday because I got to go get a procedure done. I got to get something taken care of. I can't talk about taking care of health if you don't take care if you don't take care of yourself. So what's going on, Victoria? If you don't take care of yourself, let me say that again. Men, make sure you go. Make sure everything is right. Good class today, y'all. Appreciate it. Thank you, Cham. Have a good day today. Make sure you go take care of yourself. Make sure you go take care of yourself. Make sure you take care of yourself. I'm going on Friday. I got to go get some procedures done. Everything is fine. Everything is working right. But let's get out of here. We out of here. Peace and beer grease. Here's what I'm looking for.
Execute Order 66.